Last year, Razer introduced its first smartphone and it made a brand new category out of it. And now Razer is back with the Razer Phone 2, where it's going to address a lot of the issues that we had on the Razer Phone 1. So without further ado, what's going on, guys? I'm Ricky with GSM Arena, and let's take a first look at the Razer Phone 2. So the Razer Phone 2 looks very similar to the first Razer phone, but that's only from the front. When you turn them around, you'll notice the huge difference right here, and this is the back Gorilla Glass panel. The camera layout has a new home in the center, and the layout's been tweaked a little bit differently with some new Sony sensors. So my favorite part of the back of the phone is that chroma-enabled Razer logo. Now what you can do with that logo is you can actually set it as a notification light. You can have it always on a specific color like green, or you can have it blue to match your outfit. Now Razer did say that it will expand on its functionality, so you'll see some updates done to the Chroma app in some future update. So Razer hasn't made any major changes to the screen, more than improvements. There's a lot of improvements made to this 5.72-inch 16:9 display, and that's including some darker darks, some sharper images, but the best improvement that they've told us is that they're going to make the screen up to 645 nits bright. Now that's a big deal because last year one of the pain points we had was that the Razer phone was not bright enough. It was only 300 nits as we tested on our review, and that was not really enough for direct sunlight viewing. And of course, you're still getting the 120 Hz refresh rate on the display and the ultra low latency touchscreen. And Razer believes that this is going to be the best equipment that you're going to be able to use on a mobile game for the most precise input and the smoothest graphics possible. Now, of course, if you're gaming, you're going to want front-facing stereo speakers, and Razer has put two speakers in here capable of 5.1 Dolby surround sound. Even with the IP67 water resistance rating, they've somehow managed to make these speakers even louder than the first one. So the only downside to the audio experience here is going to be that there is no audio jack. However, Razer does include one in the box, and it actually has a 24-bit DAC built right into it. Since the back is now glass, it's actually enabled Razer to put a 15-watt fast wireless charger in there. Not only this, but the wireless charging dock that Razer is announcing alongside the Razer Phone 2 is also Chroma enabled, and it'll actually mirror the lighting that you have on the back of your phone onto the dock via Bluetooth. So how is it priced? Well, let's consider that the first Razer phone was $700 and that it was hard to recommend because it didn't have a really good camera, the screen was very dim, and the battery endurance wasn't where it should have been. Considering that all those issues were addressed on the Razer 2, $800 is what they're asking for, and it's not a very bad price considering that the LG V40, the Note 9, and the iPhone XS are all over $900. So if Razer can successfully address the issues with battery life, with the screen, and the camera, I would say that this is going to be a phone that's going to be much easier to recommend than the first one was. So Razer believes that this is going to be the best hardware for viewing content, for consuming Netflix and YouTube, and for playing video games. And if you think that $800 is worth that experience, then you're probably going to have a really good time with the Razer Phone 2. Of course, it can't get our stamp of approval just yet as we haven't reviewed the device. But once we do, we're going to let you know what we think of the Razer Phone 2. Do you think it's worth $800? And if you don't, tell us what you think would make it worth $800. Also, if there's something that you want us to check out in our full review, please let us know in the comments as well. And be sure to head over to our website, gsmarena.com, for specs, news, and reviews. I'm Ricky, signing off for GSM Arena. Thanks for watching.